You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
And I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under Yahanna they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
We've been deceived to believe that we're not all brothers. You see what I'm saying? Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, we think we're different people. You see what I'm saying? By a language barrier, or a little bit of culture that we derived from looking at our oppressor. He stole our culture, so we running around acting like him, not being brotherly to each other. Where do you think we get it from? The LGBTQ community. Where do you think that came from? Greco-Roman culture. You see what I'm saying? That's one of them. You ever heard of a world war? He's not brotherly to his own self. Where do you think we get it from? Where our culture here is in the Bible, where Christ and every other prophet of the Lord taught brotherhood. You got that scripture? Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 35. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
In the Christian church, they say that all the time. I love God. I love God. Meanwhile, they talking behind each other back. Meanwhile, the pastor in the congregation, they messing with the little kids. The kids ain't safe in no church. They always talk about, I love God. Well, this is what Christ said. This is the number one commandment, to love God. Well, what's number two?
Go God. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment.
That's the first and great commandment. They always came in like they love the Lord, but they doing everything wicked under the sun. They let the LGBT come in there and just run the whole choir and don't require them to change. That's not brotherly. Yeah, you can come in as you are. That doesn't mean what you dress like. You're not all that every other Sunday you get to dress down and all that. It's not even what you dress like. It's come as you are with your ailments, your sicknesses. You see what I'm saying? But it's not brotherly to let that brother or that sister stay in the condition that they are. This is the second commandment that Christ said is the greatest.
Verse 39. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
And they said it's like unto it because this commandment is just like loving God. You can't do one without the other. Right. Repeat that.
Come. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as this thyself.
And Christ said you should love your neighbor as yourself. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because your neighbor's the one you can sit here and see. You claim you love God, but you treat your brother bad. You see what I'm saying? You let them stay as an LGBTQ member. You see what I'm saying? You got his children in there and scared because you're molested. Everybody knows about that Catholic Church. They got billions and billions of cases against children. Right. And what do? They don't lock up or do anything to the priest. They relocate them. And then they pay the children off like they're some type of whores, prostitutes. Christ said, love your brother. You see what I'm saying? Loving your brother is not sitting back idly while they do wrong. Right. That's not loving your brother. They let anything go in their church. Keep going.
Oh God. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
And under these two right here, hang every other commandment of the Lord. Loving your brother is the pinnacle of every commandment. You see what I'm saying? You pick a commandment out, you can't do it without loving your brother, because that's what it was. All these commandments were about, for us to learn how to love each other, not to act like our own oppressor who does not love his brother. You see what I'm saying? Every day we look on the news and we see how our oppressor oppresses their own self. Look at Trump. Trump making up laws that turn around, you voted for him, but then now, oh, you can't get your welfare that you used to be on. In case you didn't know it, white people are on welfare more than black people. You see what I'm saying? You thought it was just black people on welfare. But you got your boy in office, he done took your welfare from you. That's what they do, unbrotherly to each other. Meanwhile, he's taking welfare from Saudi Arabia. He's unbrotherly to anybody that he possibly can. Matter of fact, speaking of welfare, Ukraine got about $55 billion. You know what I'm saying? They talking about us get off welfare. Ukraine needs to get off of welfare. You see what I'm saying? Always try to act like we're the problem. Make us the face of everything wrong. We're not the drug dealers. They put the drugs in our neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? We're not the mass murderers. Nobody mass murders our oppressor and his angels. And they drop guns in our neighborhoods. What did they expect us to do with them? You see what I'm saying? After they drop tons of drugs in our neighborhood, tons of drugs, tons of guns, what did they expect us to do? They done made it hard for us to survive and get jobs. Where at one point in time, we used to work with our hands. You see what I'm saying? They closed all the factories. You know what I'm saying? We were great working with our hands. That's what most blacks, Latinos did. You make it hard for us to survive and drop drugs and guns in our neighborhood. Then paint us as the face of the criminal. Now the biggest criminal in all of the world is the white man, who goes to every single nation, every country, and steals their land, steals their identity. He's not from Australia. He's not from Europe. You didn't know that. White man ain't from Europe. He's from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. And he done stole everything and been unbrotherly to everybody on the nation. So you wonder where we get it from. But what we trying to do right here is show us that, man, we shouldn't follow his ways. We should be brotherly to each other. We the ones who understand our own conditions. You look around, you look at your brother, he going through the same thing you doing. You see what I'm saying? You see your brother struggling on the street, don't blame him for it, help him out in any way that you possibly can. Get me the book of Leviticus 19 and 17. And when you do have a problem, you see what I'm saying? You see your brother with a problem, you don't sit back and talk about him, you see what I'm saying, or nothing like that. You help him out. If you see him doing something wrong, you tell him. Don't sit back and tell him, talk about him to the next man. It's all about, brother, this is how we're going to fix our home. You know what I'm saying? The ghetto can be paradise once again. You ever notice, we been in DC used to be called the Chocolate City, right? It was so much fun, so much going on, so live, that he had to gentrify. Our oppressor can't stand to see us having nothing and having fun. He gentrified our neighborhood. Now, DC's a notch down now on the fun. I'd have to admit it. Everything closes all early. You see what I'm saying? He's slapping laws on you. He look at you in your own neighborhood like you don't even belong there. That's what our oppressor does. Well, look, all we got to do is stick together, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Listen, America falls today if we don't use their drugs.
Right.
If we don't hate on each other, America falls today. If its prisons have nobody in them, where's money coming from? Where's this free labor coming from? You want to know how you built America? Off of free labor. Our oppressor is the laziest human being on the earth. They did nothing. They built nothing. They stole everything. And then they unalived and essayed everything to stay in power. You got that? Go ahead.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. You got a problem with your brother, you shouldn't just sit there and hold a grudge. Holding a grudge is effeminate. And what we teaching right here is the Bible. In the Bible, we are nothing but a masculine group, a nation. To hold something in against your brother is effeminate. See what I'm saying? Keep going.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Right. You see your neighbor, you see your brother, your sister doing something wrong. You go and you tell them. You don't sit there and let them keep doing it. They keep doing it, it's going to lead to other things. You're watching their downfall. Be brotherly. Be a sister. Grab them, pull them to the side, let them know you shouldn't do that. You see what I'm saying? Let them know what it's going to cause. You don't want to see your people suffer. Well, tell us when we're doing something wrong. That's what we're doing right now. Because we're tired of seeing the suffering. You see what I'm saying? So many in D.C. right now, homeless, walking around in the bus, riding the bus at night, trying to get a little bit of sleep. You don't want to see this condition for our people. When I see somebody doing something wrong, just as you should, black man, Latino man, Native American man, woman, and child, you should tell them about it. Let's correct each other. In that Christian church, they always talk about, oh, you can't judge me. Judgment is punishment. It's not judgment to tell your brother, your sister, hey, you're doing wrong. It's going to keep us up. If we hold each other up, we won't fall. We're doing something wrong, tell your brother or sister. You see him acting like our oppressor, tell him that ain't us. That ain't us, bro. That ain't us, sis. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got sisters, you ain't got to walk around here like these white women, the original whores. You see what I'm saying? Cover yourself up. They already looking at our sisters like there's something sexual. Every time you turn around, they making our sisters look like there's some type of sexual being on the TV, on the music. You look at the TV, they look at the LGBT community. It's already known. In our community, we frown upon it more than anything, but they always trying to make it like we're the ones who are LGBTQ on the TV. It's always a brother or a sister that got to be involved in it, and their currently have LGBT tendencies. Why is that? Because they don't want us to be brotherly to each other. They trying to make it like it's all right. So when you see it going on, you don't say anything because you thinking it's all right, but that's not natural. What's natural is to correct your family. We are a family, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. You wouldn't want to see your family out here doing wrong, leading themselves down the drain. You got any more on that?
Okay. Verse 18, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
You should not bear any grudge at all. You tell them. Matter of fact, get me the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15. And this is how you do it. When you got a grudge against your brother or sister, Christ gave us specific instructions on what to do, how you resolve the matter. You see what I'm saying? We're going to bring it out for you right now. Here you go.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15, in the red. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee,
Your brother do something against you, your sister do something against you, and it offends you. They trespass against you and you are offended. Go ahead.
go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
And you go, you pull them to the side. Don't be loud. Don't be loud with them. Don't be aggressive. Just let them know, look, bruh, sis, you offended me when you did that thing right there. Pull them to the side. Because you know what? 9 times out of 10, when you get offended by something your brother or sister did, they don't even know they offended you. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, my bad. I didn't even know I did that. I didn't know you had a problem with that. I didn't know I offended you. You pull them to the side. No, you don't go over there and tell your man, cuz over here did this, that, and the third to me. This brother over here did that to me. Man, he's some type of way. Don't talk about it behind his back. That's effeminate. You see what I'm saying? And your sisters, all the gossiping behind each other's backs, we don't need none of that. Go to that sister and tell her, look, I ain't like when you said that. Say it in a calm manner. Most likely that sister didn't know that she offended you. That's how we gain each other. And we stay strong. Instead of running around behind each other's back, talking about this, that, and the third. Now, everything builds up and builds up and builds up. Now we warring against each other. We can stop it from the beginning by just pulling them to the side. Read that from the top.
Oh God. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Yeah, you don't tell him in front of a bunch of people. You don't get real loud. Just pull him to the side real quick. And you'll find that brother, he really do get down with you. That brother did not mean to offend you. That sister did not mean to offend you. Give him a chance. You see what I'm saying? Pull him to the side. That's what Christ, our King, told us to do. Teaching brotherhood. Keep going.
Oh God. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
And if they hear you, you gain the brother. Because like I said, 9 times out of 10, when you get offended over something your brother or sister said, if you give them a chance and you just tell them straight up, look, I ain't like that right there, they'll say, my bad. Salaki in the Hebrew, my bad. You know what I mean? You got to give us a chance to build up one each other. Don't break each other down. You see what I'm saying? Go to verse 22.
Verse 22. Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times. 77.
Now, with a little backdrop, the disciples was always getting at each other. They was always beefing with each other, offending each other. You see what I'm saying? You didn't know the disciples of Christ used to offend each other all the time. And they was like, man, how many times do I got to forgive them? Well, Christ said how many times?
77 times. 70 times 7.
70 times 7. 77 times. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it mean a whole lot of effort until it's over with. That's how many times. You know what I'm saying? Keep forgiving them until it's over with. That's what Christ was trying to say. Keep forgiving your brother over and over and over again. You see what I'm saying? Even the disciples, you know what I'm saying, offended each other. Christ said, man, until it's over with, you keep forgiving him. Because he's going to do it again. Offense is going to come. But you keep forgiving him. You never war against your brother. You never go talk behind his back. You see what I'm saying? Give your brother a chance. And that's how we build up. Because when we become strong together and build our relationship with each other, you know what I'm saying, as blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and break down in borders, we'll see that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. We'll look at his ways and be like, hold on, this ain't what we do. Right. We don't do LGBT community. Right. You know what I'm saying? We don't just war with our brother naturally like that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that they put in our head. You know what I'm saying? We don't run around stealing from each other like our president stole everything on the planet Earth. That's right. That's just not our culture. We give each other a chance and talk to each other when we have a problem That's how we build up that rapport. Get back to what we need to do. Because the Lord said we're supposed to rule this place.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
Yeah, Babylon.